Hi viewers! Setting up the budget is the first step for planning any trip. It means getting closer to making the trip a reality. In this video, we will talk about various aspects of the travel budget. We have come up with 10 tips to plan your budget travel effectively. First, let's start by finding a rough estimate of expenses. Your destination will be the main determinant for your budget. Sites like budgetyourtrip.com, TripAdvisor have a list of average travel costs for many destinations around the world. It gives a rough estimate of the average prices on entertainment, cost of living, food, local transportation, and hotel price per day. Once you have decided your destination, begin by researching the cost of your travel. Now, work backwards to reach your savings goal. Divide your estimated cost by the number of months that you have before the trip. For example, I want to plan a vacation to New York in 6 months. After researching, I found the total vacation cost to be approximately some $3,000. This means I will start saving $500 every month for the next 6 months. Let's now talk about how to save. Once you have figured out the cost, start saving for the trip as early as possible. Find some high yield savings account. You may get some extra cash from the interest depending on the percentage. You can also think about cutting down unwanted expenses. Most importantly, stick to the plan of saving every month. We will now focus on the flights. One of the most expensive items is usually the air tickets. To grab cheaper flights, use points and miles. Most airlines support the points or miles system. If you travel frequently, you can consider sticking to a single airliner. This allows you to add more miles every time you fly so that you can get some discounts later. Discounts can be cheaper tickets, free upgrade to a higher class, and so on, depending on the airlines. Book as early as you can. Airliners significantly increase price within 3 weeks of the departure date. Stay flexible with the dates. It's always cheaper to fly during the weekdays rather than the weekends or during major holidays. Also, while considering your dates for travel, you can select the option for flexible with dates, which most airliners have as an option. This allows you to look for better prices with a few changes in dates. You can use apps like Skyscanner and Google Flights to get an idea of airfares for entire month and pick out the cheapest day. Now, we are going to talk about the next big item, the accommodation. We have a dedicated video talking about how you can choose a cheaper hotel. The link is in the description. If you are traveling alone or if you don't mind staying with others, you can consider dorms or hostels. One great alternative is Airbnb, where you can book short-term apartment rental with space to cook and with privacy. You can also find cheap hotels on Google Hotels. Just like airlines, hotel chains provide rewards or point systems. You can consider staying in single hotel chain, example Marriott, Hyatt, and this will help you gain points to use in next visits. The next one is food. Right after flights and hotels, food can be your next expensive item. You will have to be frugal on how you spend on food. Otherwise, this could be more expensive than the previous two in some cases. If you know how to cook reasonably, you can actually save more money than you think. You can consider getting a hotel room with a kitchen. This way, you just spend on groceries from the local store. The cost of buying groceries for your whole trip can sometimes even be lesser than your single meal outside. On the other hand, if you're not a fan of cooking, you can consider getting a hotel room with a microwave and preparing some easy to make meals at least once a day. Let's talk about attractions. You can first start by narrowing down top destinations and sightseeing places that you have in mind. If you are not already sure, you can take a look at websites like TripAdvisor or Expedia to find must-visit places. On the same lines, we have a video which allows you to plan your itinerary in a very smart way using Google Map Canvas. You can check out the link to that video in the description below. Narrow down top destinations and determine sightseeing cost. Look for options like City Pass, Go City, and similar ones depending on the destination you are traveling to. They would generally have a combo of places for a relatively cheaper price. Pick your accommodation near the major attractions. This will prove convenient and save you in local travel cost. Let's discuss about local transportation. You can pretty much rent any kind of vehicle, two-wheeler or a car, anywhere in the world. If you're visiting a city, public transport is much more useful and affordable. You can consider getting a transit pass depending on the length of your trip. When it comes to traveling internationally, there are a few specific items that you may need to consider in your budget. This includes expenses like visa and exchange rates for currency conversion. Consider purchasing a local prepaid SIM card which can cost significantly less than the internationally roaming fees charged by most of the cell phone companies. Travel insurance is commonly used to insure against unexpected but significant costs such as medical care, theft, or accident. It can be very important if you are an active traveler who engages in extreme sports. There are a lot of travel insurance providers. You can find the ones that suits your needs. Some examples include Allianz Travel Insurance and Berkshire Hathaway Travel Protection. Let's also consider an all-inclusive vacation. Finally, if you don't want to plan this hard, there are a number of agencies like Expedia and Apple Vacations that provide all-inclusive vacation packages that include lodging, food, and entertainment provisions. Someone once said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Life is always short and the world is ever wide. So don't just dream about it. Plan it, do it, and cherish it. With these 10 tips, we hope your travel will be better than ever. If you have enjoyed watching this video, consider subscribing to our channel to get the latest updates. Please like this video and share it with your traveler friends. Thanks for watching.